Annyeong, my fellow K-drama lovers, and hello, my K-drama lovers. Welcome back to K-Drama Today, your daily fix for everything K-drama. So guys, this is going to be a small video just going through the studios and networks section of our Hulu Beta on Disney+. I am really excited to go through these and see what kind of content we will find, and I hope that you will enjoy this small journey with me. Let's get started, shall we? Time to look into the studios and network section. First off, we have A&E, which has shows such as 50-50 Flip, 60 Days In, 60 Days in Narcoland, 9/11 I Was There, Jeffrey Dahmer, The Monster Within, Cold Case Files, Customer Wars, Extreme Paranormal, I Married My Killer, I Survived a Crime, and a bunch of others, just to name a few, including the Wahlburgers too. I have yet to look into the show. I have always wanted to watch it, but I haven't had time. Hopefully now I will finally be able to see what it's all about. Next up, you have your ABC section, which is filled with shows such as Abbott Elementary, Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, Celebrity Jeopardy, Claim to Fame, Home Economics, Murder at City Hall, Murder for Millions, Missing, Our America, Texas True Crime, The Rookie and the Rookie Feds, just to name a few, including Unexpected and The Wonder Years. After that is ABC News. You have a good amount of shows in here, such as 500 Days of War, A Conversation with Martin Lawrence, Nightline, A Killer on 432, Asylum, Death in the Dorms, Demons and Saviors, GameStop, Grills, House of Gucci, It's Britney, Taylor and Travis, Jelly Roll Save Me, Love at Club Q, Never Let Him Go, and Mother Undercover, just to name a few. After that, you have the Adult Swim collection, which just has 3 shows, such as Dream Corp LLC, Mama Named Me Sheriff, and Rick and Morty. Andscape only has 6 shows in its collection, but you can find Algiers America, Cypher, Starkeisha, and Threeways if you like any of these shows, including Trap Jazz and The Conversations Project. Now we're on to one of my favorite studios called Annie Palette's, which has a bunch of Japanese anime. Not everything is in here, but there's a good handful of it, such as Black Butler, Blue Exorcist, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Nisokoi False Love, and Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, just to name a few. Up next we have BBC Studios, which is full of British shows. I'm not a big fan when it comes to British shows, but I will admit In the Flesh, Intruders, David Copperfield, Banish, In My Skin, and Atlantis, and even Bleak House was interesting to me. Moving on from there, we have Cartoon Network, which has a bunch of throwback shows and even some shows I haven't seen, such as Chowder, The Amazing World of Gumball, The Amazing World of Gumball Darwin's Yearbook, and The Amazing World of Gumball, The Gumball Chronicles, Regular Show, Craig of the Creek, Steven Universe Future, The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, We Bare Bears, and even 2 versions of Thundercats, just to name a few. After Cartoon Network, we move on to CBS, which is full of different shows, such as Blue Bloods, Crime Scene Investigation, aka CSI, CSI Miami. I hope that they add CSI New York soon because I grew up on all 3, but I love Miami and New York the best. Everybody Hates Chris, Elementary, Criminal Minds, Ghost Whisperer, I have to do a rewatch of because I loved that show when I was a kid. Love Island, Mom, Sister Sister, and Sabrina the Teenage Witch, just to name a few. After CBS, we move on to Discovery, which only has 6 shows, but you can find its dream homes: Man vs. Wild with Bear Grylls, Most Terrifying Places in America, Murder Comes Home, Naked and Afraid, Twisted Love, and Who Killed Jeffrey Epstein under here, if Discovery is the channel for you. After Discovery, we move on to Disney XD, which only has 3 shows, including Beyblade Burst, Roman to the Rescue, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Severs. Moving on from Disney XD, you have the Fox Collection, which has many shows including Bob's Burgers, Family Guy, Don't Forget the Lyrics, a bunch of Gordon Ramsay shows, Crapopolis, Stand Up to Cancer, Stars on Mars, Who Really Killed Michael Jackson, The Great North, and The Masked Singer, just to name a few. Let's see here. After Fox, we have Freeform, which only has 3 shows, including Cruel Summer, Grownish, and Praise Petey. And I will admit that Cruel Summer does look interesting. I might have to give that a watch. After Freeform, we have the FX Collection, which is filled with shows such as American Horror Story Delicate, American Horror Stories, A Christmas Carol, A Teacher, Atlanta, Breeders, Class of '09, Drifters, Shark, Great Expectations, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Kindred, Mayans. What's interesting, even though the thumbnail always looks scary to me, Psychotown, Pride, and Sad Day, just to name a few. There's even Welcome to Wrexham. After FX, we have FYI, which includes shows such as Cake Fest, Casanova Killers, Killer Kids, Killer Teens, My Evil Sister, I Killed My BFF, Make My Food Famous, My So-Called Simple Life, The Unexplained, Teenage Newlyweds, and Pressure Cooker, just to name a few. After FYI, we have HGTV shows. There's only 5 in here, but if you love shows such as Beach Hunters, Curb Appeal the Block, Flea Market Flip, and Island Life, then these are the 5 shows for you. After HGTV, we move on to the Hulu Originals, and as you know, guys, that this is the Hulu Beta version, so not every Hulu Original is going to be in here. However, you can find many shows in here, such as 11/22/63, 24 Hours, Assault on the Capitol, Nasty Piece of Work, A Murder at the End of the World, Aaron Carter, The Little Prince of Pop, Adamus, Abominable and the Invisible City, All That We Destroy, Am I Being Unreasonable, All Night, Anthem, Animaniacs, Appendage, Bad Hair, Bad Signal, the series, and Back in the Groove, just to name a few. And for my K-drama lovers, I will be doing a separate video on the K-dramas that we have in here so far, because there is a lot to talk about, and there is some information that I believe that you need to be aware of. So stay tuned for that video. Let's move on from the Hulu Originals and look at the Lifetime selection. Now, I'm not the biggest Lifetime fan, but I will admit that some of the stories do interest me a lot, and there's a huge collection for you to enjoy, such as A Sister's Secret, Becoming Santa, Abducted the Carolina White Story, The College Admissions Scandal, The Carolina White Story, Beyond the Headlines, Christmas Ever After, Escaping Polygamy, Escaping the Madhouse, Every Day is Christmas, Girl in the Shed, Girl in the Closet, Girl in the Bunker, Girl in the Basement, and Death Saved My Life, just to name a few. After the Lifetime section, we go into Lionsgate. I'm not a huge Lionsgate fan, but I have heard of movies such as 5 Feet Apart, Into the Deep, Hell or High Water, Cobweb, Die in a Gunfight, Patriots Day, The Honeymoon, War, The One I Love, The Shack, and Robin Hood, just to name a few, including Snowpiercer and Paddington. After Lionsgate, we have LMN, which I can only assume is the Lifetime Movie Network, and you can find a good little bit of content such as Am I a Serial Killer, Dangerous Medicine, Deadly Influence, Deceitful Dating, Escaping My Stalker, Love Triangle Nightmare, I Love You But I Lied, I Dated a Psycho, and My Sordid Affair, just to name a few. After the Lifetime Movie Network, we have Magnolia Pictures. I don't know what Magnolia Pictures is. However, there is a huge selection of these films, such as 12-Hour Shift, 13 Assassin, All Good Things, Bitter Brush, Best Night Ever, Crock of Gold, Crypto Zoo, Drunk, Stone, Brilliant, Dead, Drinking Buddies, Filth, Hammer of the Gods, Held, and High Rise, just to name a few. And you also have movies such as Woman, Thou Art Loose, White Bird in a Blizzard, Two of Us, and World's Greatest Dad, in case you're interested. After Magnolia Pictures, we have Moonbug. I have never heard of this company, but by looking at these titles, such as My Magic Pet Morphe, Blippi's London Bus Adventure, Cocomelon JJ's Animal Time, Little Angel, and Blippy Wonders, I can believe that they are for toddlers or little children. And then moving on from Moonbug, you have MTV, with not a lot in the library, but a good handful of stuff, such as Catfish, Drunk History, Girl Code, Punt, My Super Sweet 16. There's even some Jersey Shore, 2 Jersey Shore shows, 4 Bama Shore, The Real World, and Siesta Key, just to name a few. Let's see here. After MTV, you have National Geographic, which just has 4 shows. Not the biggest National Geographic fan, but if you're a fan of The Cave, The First Wave, The Night Crawlers, and Rebuilding Paradise, then this section is for you. Let's see here. After National Geographic, there is the Nickelodeon section. There's only 4 shows on here, but I have a childhood favorite, Drake and Josh, that I will love to binge watch when I have time. Hey Arnold, Rugrats from the 90s, and the Thundermans. After Nickelodeon, we go into Sabin Films. I have no idea what this company is, but there is a good little library for you to enjoy. You can find movies such as American Night, American Murderer, American Carnage, Assassin, Buddy Games, High Heat, Hostile Territory, House of Darkness, Night Train, My Favorite Girlfriend, Sister of the Groom, Project Legion, The Old Way, The Ledge, Paradise City, and One Way, just to name a few. After the Sabin Films, you have Samuel Goldman Films. I don't know this company very well. However, there are movies for you to enjoy, such as Christmas Child, High Ground, Big Gold Brick, Edge of the World, Dakota, Manifest West, Savage State, A Christmas Candle, and The Legend of Molly Johnson, just to name a few. And if you don't know, for my Wentworth fans who love the show Wentworth, there is Rita Connors right there. After Samuel Goldwyn, we move on to Searchlight Pictures, which has films and shows like here's one of my family favorites, Johnson Family Vacation. It is very funny. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you check it out. But we also have Empire of Light, Nightmare Alley, Rye Lane, See How They Run, Juno, Theater Camp, Young at Heart, and The Menu, just to name a few. And finally, moving on from Searchlight Pictures, we have the Showtime Collection, which just has one show called Weeds. I've never seen it, so if it's good, please let me know. After the Showtime section, we have Sony Pictures Television, and I hope that all of you know Sony because there are some good movies and shows in here, such as A Knight's Tale, Accused, After Earth, Alert Missing Persons Unit with Danny from Hawaii Five-0, Bloom, Champagne Ill, Community, Dawson's Creek, District 9, Frozen River, Friends with Money, Godzilla 2000, Godzilla Final Wars, and Girl Interrupted, and even the Men in Black films, the first 3 at least, Married with Children, SWAT, and Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby, just to name a few. Finally, after Sony Pictures, we have the History Channel. I am not the biggest history fan, but if the History Channel is your favorite channel, then you can find a lot of stuff such as 4 9/11 documentaries, a few Alone shows, America, Our Defining Hours, Ancient Impossible, Ancient Top 10, Food Tech, Dirty Old Cars, Haunted History, Pawn Stars, Samurai and Swastika, and Mountain Men, just to name a few. After the History Channel, we have TLC, which has a couple of shows in here, such as My 600-Pound Life, Dr. Pimple Popper, Cake Boss, Taken at Birth, and 1,000-Pound Sisters. Next up, we have TV Land, which just has one show called Younger. Next up, we have 20th Century Studios, which has many different movies and shows for you to enjoy, such as A Good Day to Die Hard, A Haunting in Venice, 3 Alien films, Armageddon, Amsterdam, Blackpink the Movie, Don't Say a Word, Death on the Nile, Epic, I Am Number 4, Maze Runner, The Death Cure, Love, Simon, In Time, and I, Robot, just to name a few, along with a couple of other shows and movies. So far, so good, guys. These collections look very, very promising. Now we're moving on to our second to last studio, which is called Vertical Entertainment. I have never heard of Vertical, but if you have, then you can find movies and shows such as A Day to Die, Abandoned, Banana Split, Delia's Gone, Lanterns Lane, Gotti, Maybe I Do, Prisoner's Daughter, Rogue Hostage, Shadow in the Cloud, The Desperate Hour, The Donor Party, The Lost Girls, and The Hating Game, just to name a few. And finally, we move on to our last studio, which is Warner Brothers. You can find many different shows such as All Rise, 12 Strong, 3 Blade movies are in here, Central Intelligence, Elf, Family Matters, Geostorm, Full House, Life of the Party, Living Single, 3 Magic Mike films are in here, Pacific Rim, Paddington 2, Space Jam with Michael Jordan and LeBron James, The Matrix films, at least 3 of them are in here, True Blood, Twister, and The OC, just to name a few. But yeah, guys, that's it for now. I hope that you have enjoyed the tour of the studios and network section in our Hulu tab on Disney+. I can't wait for the merger to be complete in March 2024, because hopefully we will have everything that we need to enjoy the Hulu tab in its full entirety. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, here at K-Drama Today, we indulge in K-Drama delights, but watch responsibly for those binge-worthy nights. See you in the next video. Bye!